Hey, what's up filmmakers? My name is Marina Bruno and welcome to Wandering Pictures. For those of you who don't know, I'm a filmmaker and Wandering Pictures is the name of my production company. I write, direct, produce, and edit a ton of short films which you could watch all on this YouTube channel right here. Please subscribe if you enjoy creative writing, filmmaking, or if you just enjoy checking out short films. This right here is my new online film course I'm starting to share some of my own personal tips and techniques for screenwriting, filmmaking, producing, editing, all based on my own personal experiences that I've had from my own short film sets. If you guys are from my other YouTube channel, Marina Bruno, then you probably know that I announced from now on all of my filmmaking related videos, so all behind the scenes script writing, tip videos and like filmmaking, pretty much everything that has to do with my films is now going to go on the Wandering Pictures YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep that other channel just for my YouTube videos and stuff like that. I feel like it would be better to just keep Wandering Pictures exclusive to filmmaking, just to keep it a little bit more organized. I feel like that would be better. So with that being said, welcome to my first official online film course for Wandering Pictures. Today we're going to start off by answering Instagram questions from you guys about script writing. And also, before we get started, if you haven't already checked out any of my short films or any of the work I've done, I recommend that if you want, you could pause this video, go check out at least one of my short films, and then you can come back just so you can see my kind of style. Again, this is just my own personal advice from my own personal experience with writing, because I have been filmmaking since like 2012, so it's been a lot of years, and I have done a lot of like short films and stuff. So I have lots of experiences and a lot of trial and error that I've went through. As you guys might relate, like my first short films that I've done, I look back and I literally cringe and I hate them so much because I've learned so much from them. And also, I'm still learning about script writing and everything, so I would love to make this a community where in the comments below you guys can also share your script writing tips based on your own experiences. We can kind of create a discussion and kind of help each other grow. So, question number 1. How/where do you write down ideas you have when you're on the move / traveling? Okay, so this is pretty much an easy question to answer. I always have the notes app on in my phone, so every time if I'm not at my computer or I'm not with my laptop or anything and I just get random inspiration, usually this is when I get ideas, is when I'm not looking for them. I just jot down ideas right on my phone. Even if I'm like traveling or something, I will have my laptop. I'm so all over the place with where I write my ideas because I don't worry about staying organized and categorizing when I'm just getting ideas. So when I'm getting just like pops of inspirations or ideas, I'll write it down with the closest thing I have to write with. It doesn't really matter as long as you can record the ideas so you don't forget it later, and then after you can just like bring all those ideas and organize them. I'm actually writing a book, and this is how I'm writing it, is when I get like sudden inspiration, I'll just start writing with whatever I have in the moment. Allow the ideas to come by not putting any rules on how you're gonna write those down. Do you have any tips for getting over writer's block? What writer's block is actually when you're trying to come up with an idea, when creativity actually doesn't come from your thinking mind, it comes from your intuitive feeling, aka it basically comes from like a higher source. I know that sounds kind of hippie, but think of it this way. Whenever you're not thinking, so whenever you're doing something that requires no thinking, like doing the dishes or like sweeping the floor or like taking a shower or whatever, that's when the ideas come to you. It's because you're not thinking or trying to get anything. Your mind is just completely blank. You know what I'm talking about. Whenever you get like the best ideas come to you, that's always when you're not trying to get the ideas. You know what I mean? So I realized that writer's block is when you sit down in front of your computer without anything in mind, like without any story or any pre-inspiration, and you sit down and you just stare at the blank screen with nothing in your head, and then you start trying to come up with an idea. It's hard and forceful when that's not how it should be. One thing to get over writer's block is don't sit down to write if you don't already have the entire movie in your head. Next one, what's the best way to get the ball rolling after you come up with a solid idea for a script? If you have an idea, so let's just say, oh, let's make a cool movie about a guy who goes to Mars and then he realizes that Mars was his home planet and he was an alien all along. let's just say that's your overall idea for the movie. Take that and start expanding it into like a 3-act structure. One book that's very, very good at explaining how to bring an idea into a coherent story is the book Screenplay Writing by Sid Field. I'll always recommend this book. I read it once and it just taught me everything about screenwriting. And basically it just tells you how to expand an idea into a beginning, a middle, an end, divided by 2 plot points. You want to have a main character who has a goal, is where he's going to get to in the end because he needs a direction to go to. A character who wants to achieve this thing. Usually the idea is like the end result of what's going to happen. So make everything leading up to that end result. I hope that's clear. I should make an entire video on this because it goes a lot into detail about like the paradigm and story act structure and everything. That will be in a future video. Where do you get inspiration from? Again, inspiration is not something you can force. If you're trying to force an idea or if you're trying to force inspiration, that is the exact thing that's going to stop you from getting inspiration. Picture forcing as you are tensing up and you're blocking and you're closing all the doors. Picture this is how you are when you're trying to get inspiration. But when you're literally not trying and you just let go and you just enjoy yourself and your life and everything, this is what happens. You open up because you're more relaxed, and then look at all the cracks. Look at all the inspiration that can come into you, right? But then as soon as you're like, I need to write, I need to get good, I need to, and then that's writer's block. So you really just gotta allow it. Don't try. It always needs to feel fun. How long does it take for you to write a first draft? Again, since I have the entire movie already in my head, it probably takes me a couple hours to just like actually physically write it down. How to pre-plan props and find the right location according to the script. Especially for independent filmmakers, it's super important to write something that you know you can film. So consider the location, the actors, and the props that you're going to be using, and consider sometimes I will actually get inspiration from a location and then I'll write a script based on that actual location because I know I can film it. It's kind of like working on the flip side. Instead of writing and then location scouting, it's like I location scout and then I write. You're not gonna write a movie about like aliens attacking New York and you know, like crazy stuff happening if you're a film student or if you're 16 years old with a camera, you know what I mean? I say always consider props, location, and actors literally before you start writing. If you've done this or if you do this, please let me know in the comments below and share your work because I would love to hear from you guys too. Okay guys, so that's it for the Instagram questions on screenplay writing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you like the style of this new filmmaking course from Wondering Pictures. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to Wondering Pictures for new filmmaking course videos every single week and for short films, behind the scenes, and a lot more. Check out my films if you're interested. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram for live behind the scenes and updates every single day. Also be sure to check out the Wondering Pictures clothing store where you can get a shirt that represents who you are and what you do. I like to say that these shirts are magical, so basically whenever you wear them, you will inevitably become the best version of whatever the title is on the shirt that's representing who you are and what you do. You will become unstoppable at what you create while wearing the shirt because it ignites the inspiration and motivation that's already within you. And it's been doing really well. People have been loving the shirts. I have one for writer, I have director, editor, even boom operator if you want to get one for your boom operator on set so you know who's who. You can get one for all your positions on your film set so you can identify who's who. I also have one for PA and everything, so be sure to check that out. And also if you want to see more of me, you could check out my second YouTube channel, which is just Marina Bruno, my name. Alright guys, alright filmmakers, check you later.